we're back. What's up, Josh?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Maria?
I'm doing great. Hopefully everybody's watching or you're feeling good. Y'all be looking good. Y'all be coming to us saying, okay, we see a little podcast thing.
Right.
Why do you always gotta say a little podcast thing y'all doing?
podcast.
Right.
Well,
it's starting to take off, so thank y'all so much for watching. But look, you're watching The Return. Welcome with Josh and Maria Cribbs. We are right here on the beautiful shores of Lake Erie. The best lake in the land. How you doing today, Josh?
I'm doing really good. Let's hop into it, Maria. You had some stuff you wanted to get into.
I did. Now, okay, one of my favorite restaurants here in Cleveland, and it's a little fancy. It's called the Marble Room, right? And I'm tired of going by myself. I be sitting at the bar looking like just a lonely soul, right? I had to beg my husband
you did.
to accompany me to the Marble Room the other night. And I felt I shouldn't be having to beg for y'all see all this? I shouldn't have to beg for nobody to be up next to
trying to get you to get picked up.
You know what? Hold on. Let me just give y'all
Let me give y'all a little. And go down there and shoot that shot. Get to Maria, Robin Cribs.
I don't think ain't nobody underage in the Marble Room sitting at the bar. Not at the bar.
You're right.
And the Marble Room is one of the most expensive restaurants here in Cleveland. So
and that's why
they got the money. They can afford it.
And Ryan, that's why I do not want to. She wants to go down there for martinis and like dinner.
I love me a good Hennessy lemon drop.
That's why I'm single.
Exactly. I just want a sub sandwich, Ryan.
Said I keep all this money in house.
A burger. I end up having to spend $100 on a Delmonico steak. And, stuff that will usually be, and it's okay every now and then to go and wine and dine yourself. But Maria
once or twice a week.
Every day. Can we go to the Marble Room, please? I'm like, again? Like, they know us by right this way, Mr. Cribbs. Right this way, Mr. and Mrs. Cribbs. I'm like, we don't need this. I just want to sit somewhere in the back.
I need it.
Give me something that ain't going to make me pull out my credit card and think like, dang,
Can I pay is this a car note or is this a dinner bill?
Well, I gotta move some accounts around.
So, matter of fact, Valentine's Day is coming up next month. If y'all don't already have the reservations of where to dine, like the who's who of where to dine here in Cleveland, go to the Marble Room. They got it's beautiful. It wasn't like an old bank.
Don't try to
Ryan, have you been in the Marble Room? Please say yes.
I have never been there. I can't say that I've dined there. It sounds good though. It sounds very good. I've heard of it. I know it's a very good, high reputation restaurant.
Oh, okay. We got to take Ryan. Come on, Josh. You got some money. Can we take Ryan on a little?
See how? This is what she
Ryan,
does.
Ryan, go to the Marble Room with me.
Come on, Josh. Can we? He needs.
Ryan,
Josh, buy me a 6-pack. We'll throw up the folding chairs and we'll watch NFL highlights.
Exactly.
Now let me just give y'all a little tip. You single and ready, you trying to mingle, you trying to find somebody with some money, go to a bar, go to a restaurant downtown, because usually, restaurants downtown are a little pricey, right? Sit at the bar alone.
I thought she meant
they gonna come over.
The Marble Room, Ryan. If you want a cat daddy, a sugar daddy, or a sugar mommy.
They're going to be like, are you dining alone? You be like, That's how you get your bills paid.
That's how you get your bills paid.
Go to the bar solo. Now, look, Josh is making fun of me because I did tell him in 2024 I kind of wanted to clean up my diet, right? And so you've been getting upset with me because I've been taking these 30-minute trips downtown to the donut shop. And I've been like, I have not been, it's been crazy. Check this video out right here. Look at this. Who got the best donuts in Cleveland, y'all? Because I done came out here to Goldie's, look. 2 days in a row they closed. And I got a sweet tooth I need to scratch. My sweet tooth need to get fixed. So I need some suggestions. Who got some good donuts? And I'm a donut. Y'all ain't know this about me. I'm a donut and a pizza connoisseur. So make them good. I need some good recommendations because I don't know what's going on with Goldie's, but they closed. Who? Goldie's, what's up? Y'all were closed 2 days in a row. Now, I don't live downtown. I have to drive 35 minutes to get to.
I was disappointed.
Right.
I was disappointed because Maria made me drive all the way down there.
You want that apple fritter. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you made me drive all the way there.
But you didn't go the day before.
That's because.
Could you imagine the heartbreak?
And you supposed to be on a diet. And I hate that I got to be a part of the shenanigans.
Why did you go? Why you didn't take the keys to the car?
Because you beg very. She's a good beggar. She's a very. Hey,
could you imagine,
Daddy? I'm like, oh man, you called me Daddy. I got it.
Oh, Josh.
she hit that.
I might get something tonight. I might get some action tonight.
Daddy. I'm like, oh my God.
It's a kryptonite.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, since you did
Little
that,
puppy dog eyes. Could you
Go ahead and
imagine
get
the
you something
heartbreak
nice.
I felt? Not the first day, but the second day I drove downtown to Goldie's and the doors, like it was like empty. I don't know if it's a thing. I was looking at myself, and I got some really good suggestions, by the way, at some local donut shops. So I will be going around town, hitting up
you
all.
put that video on,
and I mean, it went crazy.
and everybody.
And we travel for food. Like,
yeah, so
that's what
I
we
got
do.
some messages. People DM me as well.
And if we don't run out of time, we're going to go over them later on in the show. But
Yeah.
Goldie's, what's up, man? I don't know if it's like y'all sell out of donuts and y'all just close up shop, but you got people traveling from 30 minutes away to get to y'all, and then it's lights out. So
She calling Goldies out, Ryan.
Goldies.
And you giving them free promotion.
Goldies.
They ain't pay for this
I'm
promotion.
sorry. Okay, so y'all didn't hear none of that. But look, okay, so another thing that we're doing, Josh and I, well, the whole family, we're trying to figure out where our son is going to go from high school.
Yeah, go to
And
high school.
we went to Hoban down in Akron the other day. What you think? Because you know, we went to what, St. Ed's.
Yeah, St. Ignatius.
He's really academically he's inclined, and also athletically he's inclined, and I think he gets the athletic abilities from me. My side of the family.
We all think that here in the Cleveland world. Everyone thinks my son gets his athletic ability
from his mom.
Mhm. We all think that, right?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, because I made if I didn't do high school track, I don't know how his life would turn out.
We wouldn't know what type of ability our children would have if high school track wasn't on the table.
Yeah, I still got a little bit of it. Okay, so
And
look,
academics.
so look, let me tell you.
If it wasn't for her, academics would.
Nah, I ain't say nothing about academics.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a good 2
Not
point.
that,
I'm
not
a good
that either.
I'm a good like 2.7 to 3.1.
Did I choose wrong, right? was I shallow when I picked who I did? Okay.
That ain't my rating in the bedroom.
Yeah.
5 stars. Anyway,
See,
so
but
look,
you gotta have more in the. Okay, I'm sorry.
So
That's
look,
another discussion. All right, come
a
on.
lady in the streets
Yeah.
and a freak in the sheets. No, I'm
Hey.
just okay. So look, listen. We're talking about education right
Ryan,
here. Let's
pick
keep,
well.
Ryan, you that's what
Pick
you gonna be
well.
looking for when you start me you single and ready to mingle. You want a lady in the sheets.
Is there really ever
I
a
mean,
right choice though?
You know what,
You can
Ryan?
never go wrong.
You
with
learn from other
Okay.
people's mistakes.
Okay.
So you get yourself a
I've
nice
been learning-
Amazon.
I've learned quite a lot from you too, and I appreciate it.
Yes. Look, get yourself a nice 6'1", 6'2" Amazon. And you,
gotta climb up that thing.
D1 babies.
hey, and Ryan's intelligence. I mean, you raising. So you gotta
Ryan.
think about all of that.
You want
Like
you want a
intelligence.
lady in the sheets and a freak in the sheets. I'm telling you, baby.
A freak in the sheets and a lady in the sheets.
And make sure she love the Lord.
And make, so all of that.
You want a God-fearing lady in the streets, freak in the sheets.
You ain't gonna never meet that one. You gonna be like, so, and what denomination are you? Okay,
Denomination
you worship the Satan,
666.
but the freak side is that. Okay,
So look,
okay.
we're talking about education. So back to what we
How
were.
we go from
I
one
don't
extreme-
know how we went to that
I'm
extreme.
sorry, go ahead.
So we're trying to find a high school, a home for our son.
They gonna
for
be
high
watching
school.
this like, oh no, we don't want them.
Did he send his
They gonna be
enrollment forms
clutching
in
their
yet?
pearls.
Deny his enrollment forms. So look, we went to St. Ed's. We went to St. Ignatius. We went to Cleveland Heights on a tour, which I would say they are very high on our
Yeah,
list.
he might
I
want to-
love
yeah.
Cleveland Heights. Would y'all want Izzy Cribs to come on
They
over there?
did a good job.
'Cause they got a good football
on that visit,
program, too.
Ryan.
Oh, Cleveland Heights laid out
They
there.
did a really good job.
Woo!
They gave him a visit,
Mm-hmm.
like I got a visit when I went to Kent.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when I went on my visit to Kent, they had my name on the scoreboard. They had my jersey all out. High school highlights playing on the jumbotron.
what?
I was like, look at that. Had my jerseys all out in the locker room. Had the helmets. All the staff was there. Mr. Chris. I mean, it was laid out. They kept throwing these certain facts in my. Yeah, oh yeah, when you come to Kent, like it was already going to happen. So when you do come here, just know that the male to female ratio is 9 for every 1 male is 9 women.
They know how to get you.
I was like, so what do I sign? Oh, I ain't got to sign? Like, when is my first class?
And before he met me, he was probably dealing with all 9 of them.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
So anyway, Cleveland Heights. I mean, I loved it.
Anywho.
They laid out. They had every sport he played because he was number 1, right? He
Right.
played. They had his jersey
Baseball,
number, baseball,
basketball,
football. I mean, Cleveland
Laid it out
Heights.
for 'em.
Yeah. But then here this past weekend, we went to Hoban, and what do you think about Hoban?
I liked Hoban as well. I'm big on education.
Yeah.
So the football thing, Ryan, sports, I did that.
Football coach, cool as heck.
I did that. I did all of that. So I'm not pushing that on my children too much. And I learned from my daughter, you know, because she had height, because she had size, because she, you know, was physical. You know, I'm like, oh, you basketball, volleyball, you know, softball. You gonna be, when she's a girly girl, I'm pushing this on. So
and she's
with
really
my
smart.
son,
She's more of a business
very intelligent.
Yeah,
got her own
business leader. Yeah.
So I'm very conscious not to push it on my son, even though he's athletically inclined, you know, honor roll, all
very,
that.
yeah.
I'm not like making it that is his only option. I've been there and done that.
Yeah.
So when I look at Hoban, they're top ranked football, and I'm looking at all the other stuff, the academics, the environment. Can my child succeed here?
Right.
Yeah.
And I did want to pose the question: would you relocate? And I mean, as far as moving to different schools or different, we got to possibly get a house in a different district, right? You know, for his high school career. Would you relocate to give your children a chance at a better future? I want to ask that question, and we're gonna come and talk about it later. I want to know: did you have to resort to those type of measures either?
Okay.
You know, because you might have just had everything you needed in your neighborhood. So we're gonna come back. But we got to go to break. We'll be right back. Okay, you guys.
That was a good question.
Back. I know. I just want to know. You know, because
you know, honestly, I didn't have to relocate. In DC, we could go to different schools outside of our area.
Oh, you could.
We
open
could.
enrollment.
It was open enrollment as long as we lived in DC.
Okay.
So it's like somebody in Cleveland can go to any Cleveland school, any CMSD school.
Right.
It was like that in DC, and I went to a pre-engineering high school that was really good in sports. But where this school was located,
but you had to get accepted into that pre-engineering program, right?
Right.
And you know, y'all
But
know
grades,
Josh smart now.
but grades.
Right.
The only way I can the only reason my parents let me go to this particular school was this program.
Right.
If they didn't have this program, they wouldn't let me go to the school because of where it was located.
Right.
In a city in DC. They were like, nah.
Hey, let me tell you so much that a lot of us don't know about Black history. Josh went to Dunbar High School.
Dunbar
it's
High
called
School.
Paul Lawrence Dunbar
Paul
High
Lawrence
School in
Dunbar.
Washington, D.C. Tell them what it is, though.
It is the first Black high school in DC that originally, because a lot of schools in the inner city started off predominantly white high schools, and then they were segregated during segregation.
Right.
But my high school started out as a Black high school, the
Right.
first Black high school in the country.
In the country. You said D.C. at first.
In the country.
In the country.
Was Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School in Washington, D.C.
And that's something I should know.
Yeah.
So, okay,
It's
now
a
let's
fact for you guys.
We're gonna switch gears a little bit. We have a guest waiting in the waiting room to be brought in for this
But you want to show
interview.
them that video.
I want to show you the video. I want to show you the reason why I brought this particular guest on the show with us today. So let me roll this video. We're gonna come back and talk about it. We're gonna have him here live.
I live in a storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here. I can exercise. I can use the bathroom. I can play music anywhere in the unit. It's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need to. We can take naps if we need to and go to sleep. So this is our living space. Very, very grateful to have this space. The next goal is to get an RV. The next goal after that, tiny home. And if we want to eat, I just cook right out front. Or we'll just prepare something cold inside of the unit. Sandwiches, a lot of times we make salad. If we want to get power, we use our power bank. They also have power here so we can charge our power bank. Me and my baby will live here as long as we need to until we get the shelter that we want. Because we're living here, now we can save up more money to get what we really want. We're in it for the long haul. Thank you for the support.
Hey, now welcome back to The show, The Return with Josh Maria Chris.
I'm like, you forgot?
I know, because you know what? Honestly,
you was looking at that video.
I was,
hard.
and honestly, that video right there, when I saw it, and of course it went viral, millions of times over. But it was kind of like an eye opener to me. I'll be honest with you. And so we have Leland Brown here on the show with us today. I reached out to him because I want him to come and share his story. I don't know how his audio is going to be. They're going through a situation right now, so I don't know how the audio is going to be or how the video is going to be. We're going to bring him up. But Josh, Leland, can you hear me? I want to see if he can hear me first of all.
Yes.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I got my girlfriend here with me too, Brianna.
Brianna, okay. I want to know what her name was. How y'all doing today?
Good. Doing good.
I'm doing great. I want to just tell y'all that watching that video was like kind of transformative to me. Like I did not understand. I was like, wait a minute, is this a joke? And then I went to the comments. One thing I do when I watch a video, I go straight to the comments.
Right.
And for me to see other people, okay, I can see y'all right there. How y'all doing? For me to see people in the comments saying, I've been there, I had to do that, or when I moved to Houston, I was living in a storage unit till I got on my feet. I was totally unaware. And I think the rest of the majority of the world, it was just an eye opener for us. So
I think that's having the resources too. To have that knowledge to be able to me, I think is innovative.
Yeah.
Like, especially being young and having the mentality to be able to do something like that. I'd be scared. I'd be, But you got to do it. Sometimes when it's hard times, you got to do what you got to do. So, right.
Leland, Brianna, I just want to ask y'all, how are y'all doing? How are you doing right now?
I'm doing better right now, but we had a family's house in another state, so we had to get a break because we had to relocate our tent and everything. So we doing better right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just right now, but the break, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
about setting. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm listening. What made you record that video and put it out there like that?
I mean, that's what I do, man. That's an embodiment. I record everything I do. I mean, if it's interesting, I'm gonna record it. So yeah, living in a storage unit, it's like, what? I gotta record that. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's different.
Now, how did y'all get to that point? Were y'all living somewhere at some point and then got evicted, or how did you end up having to live into the storage unit, having to move and to resort to that?
So we were actually already homeless, living in a tent, and we actually heard about the storage unit, and at the time we were told that there were offices in there that people used to go in there and work. Mm-hmm. So we were like, we could just do that and just be in there like we're working, and we are working because we were putting it on TikTok. But turns out that is they no longer do the offices, and yeah.
Okay.
But before that, we were in a tent. We were just trying to get out, because it's winter, and last winter we made it through and we were good, but it can get a little brutal at times. So
yeah. I don't want to really disclose your location. Are you in an area that it's cold weather right now, or is it decent weather where you could be outside and not really be affected by the weather, the extremities outside?
It's brick.
It's cold. Yeah, it was. We just recently had a snowstorm.
Oh, wow.
That destroyed our tent. So.
Oh my goodness.
So guys, I wanted to talk to you guys. Being at the
storage unit.
The storage unit. Did they eventually come and force you guys out and force you guys to leave?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, was that because? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we actually got locked out initially, and then we went into the office and they talked to us and they said, "Hey, we seen your video."
Yeah, we put the code in and it said not recognized. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Dad, they probably found out about the video."
Video, because it did. Did you expect for it to go as viral as it did?
Wow.
So because listen, I went viral on TikTok before, and I know the formula, the algorithm. So it's like I expected it to get big, but not that big. Like where I'm getting contacted by news reporters.
Yeah.
It's 14. I'm like, wow. I didn't expect it to get that big, but I knew it was gonna be viral.
How long were y'all in there before they told y'all had to go?
Like 2 months.
2 months. Yeah.
2 months.
A couple months.
Yeah. So thinking about it retroactively speaking, knowing that you go viral, if you had the opportunity, would you still go viral, or you'll say, you know what, not this one, something else, and so you can stay there?
So the thing is, what I would have done it like that, but okay. So when I was working at the hotel, that's what started technically the McDonald's video started that, but we can get on that. But I got viral for McDonald's videos. Then I stopped posting for a couple years. Then I posted again working at a hotel where I'm taking food from the hotel because I'm homeless. And that's what started this stuff up again, because they like, yo, you stealing food. It was a lot of controversy when I wasn't stealing. My boss and I could take it, but that's a whole other thing.
Right.
So with that, I got viral. And I'm like, you know what? This has been my dream. This has been our dream to make money on social media, recording my life. I'm going to keep going. And I know how the algorithm works. You don't want to stop. You got to keep posting, keep posting. So when I kept posting about the hotel, I ended up losing my job at the hotel. But I didn't care because I'm like, we're getting money on TikTok. And then we went to the storage unit. And then I was like, I'm going to record that too.
Yeah.
Fire. And also, I'm already getting viral from this hotel stuff. Like, that's going to be hot. You need to record that. But if it wasn't for the virality of the hotel videos, I would have waited to post them until I left. Right. That's what I did with the McDonald's videos. I was working at McDonald's when I was a young bull doing stupid stuff. I was like, I ain't gonna post this right now. I'm working here. I'm gonna lose my job.
Right.
So that's what I would have done it like that. If in the hotel video, I didn't expect that to get viral. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect that video to get all those views. I'm like, wow. I'm just playing around, posting a video of me taking food home. When that went viral, I'm like, man, I gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Honestly,
once
when
the algorithm gets you, you gotta keep up. Yeah.
So when I seen the storage unit video, I already assumed like he's already on to bigger and better. Mm-hmm. Like he done did set out the next phase of his plan. Cause you viral.
Because everybody like, why did he post it if he still?
We see it, they see it.
I think he probably thought they not watching this. They operate in the storage unit. They not worried about somebody on TikTok.
Off of that. Yeah.
That's what we thought at first.
Yeah, and then it started getting crazy.
I'm like, they're gonna find out.
Oh, and people were like, oh, we're messaging all the storage units in your area.
Yeah, they was finding out where we was at. I'm like, oh yeah, we gonna get called.
So
wow, Brianna, so people out there messaging the.
Oh, they was hating on y'all. They was calling.
Yeah. I mean, there was threats and stuff too, man. There was some threats and stuff being made, like, yo, y'all in the storage unit. It was crazy, but yeah, it was getting a little nerve wracking because we are homeless and we still live in a tent. That's not secure. So somebody come back here try to do some dumb stuff. He was like, man, this is crazy.
Brianna, okay, so Leland, go ahead, Brianna, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, then we ended up relocating our tent, so it's like a whole situation that we were like, we're pretty concerned about security, so
right.
Because people are really
weak. Yeah, you don't, even with our videos, I'm like, maybe I should stop posting like they can't see the address. You know what I mean? Right. People just stop by, just want to see what you're doing. How was the situation? Were y'all sneaking in there? Like, did you have to sneak in to get in and out at night, or like stay gone all day and then come in at night when no one else is there?
No, so my philosophy on being sneaky is be high key. Don't try to hide. Oh. So we went in there high key, and like the only thing that was low key with the sneaky was the boxes. Like, we put the boxes in front of our storage unit because we don't want nobody walking by seeing a couch.
Oh, yeah.
All that other stuff. So other than that, no. I mean, we went in there any time of the day. I was telling Brianna, because she had a lot of anxiety at first. I was like, yo, listen, we cool. They don't know what we doing out here. They can't go look in our storage unit. They can't do that.
Yeah.
And people think we moving. They not focusing on us. So I said, let's just chill. We was in there playing music. Yeah,
that's one thing we do. Like, I feel like we as a family, we mind our business. It don't have nothing to do with us. If I see somebody, if I'm using a storage unit for my storage and I see somebody living in there, that don't have nothing to do with me.
I would think they just hanging out, using it as a chill spot.
Right. Okay, I want to ask you two more questions. I know you guys got to go and we got to wrap up this show. The family option, you're staying with family now. Did you not have that option beforehand?
So we've always had that option. I turned it down on purpose because my son, I don't want to be far away from my son. My family lives far away. Mm-hmm. And my son, I don't want to be away from him. So I was willing to live in a tent and be uncomfortable to be around my son. I mean, that's my being a dad is my number one. That's everything, man.
Right.
That's everything.
Right. And then I have to ask you before you go, do you have anything set up? Because TikTok is unlike Instagram. TikTok has a community. I know if you read some of your comments, if you get beyond the trolls, people really want to help you. People want to encourage you and motivate you. It's kind of like family on TikTok. Right. Do you have anything set up that you can mention that people can donate if they want to help you guys out?
Yeah. We have a GoFundMe up. We have Venmo, Cash App. We have all that stuff, PayPal, all on the link and stuff.
Say your Cash App name real quick. I'm going to send you $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
If it'll help, I'll send you something. Say it live.
Hold on, I'm so sorry. Let me
You want to
just-
match me? Hold on, you want to match?
Is money symbol?
Hold up, you taking that from me?
You want to?
or-
You want to? Nah, I got my own money.
Oh, okay.
You want to match me?
'Cause she usually.
So it's Breezy
You wanna match me,
Breeze
huh?
0117.
Say it again.
Breezy Breeze 0117.
Breeze-
BREEZY BRE
Mm-hmm.
0117.
0117. All right, I got you. Leland, Brianna, thank y'all so much for joining us. Thank you for just, I know you probably posted a video not knowing how it was going to affect people, but it was really an eye opener for me. Can you
Breezy Bree?
Yep, screenshot your Cash App profile and then DM me, okay?
Okay,
Okay,
thank you
got
so
you.
much.
Thank
I'll
you
be
so
talking
much.
to y'all.
Much love.
Blessings to y'all. Thanks for
Yes.
joining us. We got a commercial. We'll be right back. Oh, Josh.
Yeah,
you
I
just
couldn't
never know what
imagine.
people going through.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
When I originally seen his videos, I thought it was I didn't know it was a necessity.
Right.
Ryan, could you imagine having to not just, not having no family, but having to do that, having to resort to that at all?
Well, fortunately for me, I don't ever have to imagine that.
Right.
And I know that's something that a lot of people take for granted because it's kind of, there, and it's something you don't really think about until you see people in a situation where something to you so trivial or just ordinary to them is extraordinary. And
Right.
and it really helps put things in perspective when you see situations like that. And it's awesome that there's people like you guys who are
Right.
down to help them. And I'm sure what you guys just did means everything and more to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just, whew.
Maria, I have a different perspective.
What's your perspective, baby?
You know how, because before we had them on, I didn't know it was to that extent.
I wanted to surprise him with the video. That's really his first time seeing the video live on the show with you guys.
Yeah.
I wanted you to really.
I didn't, and I didn't know it was to that extent.
Yeah.
I thought it was like an experiment, a social
Oh,
experiment.
okay. No, that's their real
So
life.
I was like, oh man. So I'm kind of, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I was listening to you interview him.
and as you
I'm
see, he
like,
works. They
Yes.
have jobs. It's just some. It's just
and
seems
he
like
out
it's
here
not paying enough.
grinding.
Yeah.
So like Ryan said, things like that put things into perspective.
right.
When I was with the NFL, that's what Coach Mangini did very greatly for us.
Mm-hmm.
We saw so many different charity groups every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And his motto was, it's more than life than football.
Yeah.
You're more than an athlete.
Yep.
Put it into perspective.
Put into perspective.
And that sure helped me do it.
right.
Put it
You
in
never
perspective.
know what someone's going through. I will put his Cash App on my Instagram story in case anybody else wants to send them some love. But as you see, they're working. They're just trying to find their way. And I know their
Right.
ultimate goal is to save up for a house, and they'll get there. But
Right.
I don't want to see someone living like that and not be able to do something. And so I
Right.
thought,
I love the
Good
fact that
opportunity
you
to
brought them on.
and I think he was a little hesitant. I'm like, we're not the kind of
Yeah.
interview. We're not going to try to make you look stupid
Nah,
or
not at all.
let's come on and have a serious conversation because you never know what other people are going through. So, and I
Yeah.
know you want to get through football.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, go ahead,
I was
baby.
begging to get to it. And we ain't got to take a break. Ken Dorsey.
Give him a little bit now.
Ken Dorsey
Ken Dorsey.
is our new offensive coordinator, right? Do you know who that is, Maria? Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey used to
Is
play
our-
with the Browns. Oh,
Yes.
ex-QB.
XQB.
Okay. Did you play with him?
I played with
Okay,
Ken
I was
Dorsey.
saying, okay, and hold on. But was he just with hold on, was it the Bills?
Yes.
Who was okay, so, I might be
Yes.
I might be 50 years old, but the Ginkgo's working. Them vitamins working, Josh. You gotta get you some of them vitamins.
So,
Help your memory.
so Ken has the roots in Cleveland, like Maria just mentioned.
Right.
He played quarterback here. I played quarterback with him. I believe that, and you can, give me your comments on this. I believe a change of scenery is good sometimes for different athletes and coaches. I think that even if you didn't do as well as meet every goal, you don't have to go to the Super Bowl or to the playoffs to then get a better coaching job. Or he didn't have to, as a coordinator, go down to simply a wide receivers coach or get demoted so far. I think a change of scenery will do good for him, Ryan. And
So who was our coordinator?
our coordinator was Coach Kevin Stefanski. On paper,
Hold on.
it was Alex Van Pelt, right?
Yep.
Hold on.
And I was trying to go over this with Maria
that don't make no sense.
because we have to understand.
Stefanski's the head coach
Yes.
and the offensive coordinator.
Yes.
But we had an offensive coordinator.
Yes.
But Stefanski was calling his plays.
Correct.
So what was
No.
What was he twiddling his thumbs?
He was calling plays.
He was calling plays.
Right.
Is that normal
Yes.
for a head coach to be an offensive or defensive coordinator?
Typically, yes.
Typically it is.
Yes.
So then
So
why-
a head coach is usually a ex defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator. Yes.
I thought the head coach was
Very
a head.
rarely do you have somebody that's just a head coach.
Really?
Like Harbaugh, because he was a special teams coordinator. So every coach has a specialty because the coaching pool they're pulling from coordinators.
If I'm a head coach and I know I'm going to be, calling the plays as an offensive coordinator, why still have an offensive coordinator in that position?
For extra, Ryan, do you want to
come on.
help answer this? Because I know, but as it relates to a team,
Mm-hmm.
it's always like he could help out more with the quarterbacks. They have different titles now where they'll say run game coordinator, pass game coordinator.
Oh, okay.
Where if it's 2 and 3, I'm giving the coordinator who's going to make the call the best run call. Or if I'm the the coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at my pass game coordinator when it's 3rd and 8. What you got? Nah, I don't like that. I got it. And you see, I'm in the headsets with all these different guys on the offense,
Okay.
and they giving me their play. I'm looking. I got to play. I'm like, what about this? Okay, I'm going with this. And it's quickly. They're making these calls while a play is already going on, while the play is going on, because you got to be quick with it.
Or how I'm thinking, my hustling mentality. I'm gonna bring you here as a potential. Say some stuff start hitting the fan next season, right?
Here we
Some
go.
stuff-
Now, this is big
okay,
right
so now
here.
that y'all know I'm the
This
head.
is big.
I'm taking.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Maria. I'm the head coach, right? Just call me Stefanski, right? And y'all know that I am the head coach and also the offensive coordinator. I'm calling those
Here we
plays
go.
too, right? Now, say we get into like week 8 or 9, the stuff start hitting the fan. And they looking at, okay, we gotta shift the blame on somebody. I gotta have a fall guy.
Here we go.
And if I didn't have a coordinator on my right hand, it would come down to me because I'm the one calling those coordinating plays, right?
Right.
But I gotta have somebody to fire.
So
I'm
has
gonna bring you in. So when they start hitting the fan, I'm
to
gonna be like, well, he
be
was the one calling the plays.
The scapegoat. Ryan, what you think about Ken Dorsey?
Hold on, Ryan. We're gonna find out when we get back. Because we
Okay.
gotta go to commercial. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, now ask him, Josh. We're back.
Ryan, we got Ken Dorsey. I believe he was an scapegoat for the Buffalo Bills. I didn't believe that he was holding up the team's success by no way. What say you, good sir?
Yeah, well, I mean, the numbers will tell you exactly that he was a scapegoat, because you don't really fire a dude who had really good numbers on the offensive side of the ball calling the plays unless you're kind of looking for someone to fire kind of for fire's sake, or just to show, you're doing something to try and change something. I don't really think, it was Ken Dorsey's fault. I mean, you can attribute really anything you want to it, but at the end of the day, his numbers were pretty good with Josh Allen. And all things considered, it's with a quarterback, Josh Allen, who's really turnover prone. So yeah, of course, it's going to kind of reflect Ken Dorsey, even though that's not necessarily his fault. I do think he was a scapegoat for sure, because like I said, you go look at his numbers and his play calling,
And
they
that's
were
what
pretty
I'm
solid.
saying.
But is he coming here to be the scapegoat?
Well, I mean, potentially
think-
that's the problem.
You know what I
right? But
mean?
the only thing there is Kevin Stefanski calls plays. So,
Right. He's not stepping
in
down from
Buffalo,
that.
right. And I don't think that Kevin Stefanski is going to give up play calling, but that's pretty much the topic of conversation in Cleveland
I
right
think
now.
Oh, it is?
he's
Okay.
coming because what did Josh Allen have in his repertoire as a quarterback? He ran the football a lot whenever he needed to.
Right.
And we have that guy, a dual threat guy, in Deshaun Watson. And I think he'll come and be able to add a new perspective, a fresh outside perspective from a guy who was in Cleveland on how to play in this division
Yeah.
with a quarterback who is a dual threat quarterback. And I think that he'll bring a new perspective. He'll be a pass game coordinator. Maybe a game that has no significance, he may call a game. Maybe preseason, he may call games and things like that. Practice scrimmages, he may call. And Coach Stefanski will have to feel, am I comfortable with giving the reins over to him? Do I think he should, Coach Stefanski? No. I like Dorsey, though.
I
was
know
real
the,
cool
I know
with
the
Dorsey.
previous coordinator. Like,
Dorsey, let's hold on
Okay,
real
go ahead.
quick.
Mhm.
Dorsey was a scout game quarterback. scout team quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you go
Cool
look
with
at
him.
you go look at the people who are in the pool of candidates, and it wasn't necessarily a name that moved the needle like a Kellen Moore or a Jerron
Right.
Johnson. But you go look at his background, right? He's been in the league for about a decade now.
Yes.
He was the quarterback's coach for Carolina, Cam Newton's MVP season, and then Josh Allen was a runner-up for MVP.
Yes.
Mind you, he is a winner. He's one of the most
He's a
winning,
winner.
has one of the best
Even
winning
at the
percentages in
collegiate level.
college. Exactly.
Yes.
Well,
Josh.
if he's so much a winner chicken dinner, why did he get fired?
Like you said, Maria,
A
scapegoat.
Scapegoat.
Just like you said. And the
That's
thing
an expensive
is,
scapegoat.
I think that he'll fit in nicely. By no means, though, do I think this Coach of the Year finalist and Coach Kevin Stefanski should give up play call. I don't care what nobody say. Our coach, we're hard on him because this is Cleveland, and we're just that way. But if you look at this game by the numbers, the season, I mean, Coach Stefanski, he's going up. His stock is going up. So I think that he doesn't give up play
I had
calling.
heard a couple of games where y'all, the fans, was saying, "Oh, it's the plays.
Yeah, it's gonna always
what's up
be
with these
that.
play?
Right.
Calling the plays."
Baltimore fell flat, right? And we all picked Baltimore to win. They fell flat.
No, I definitely was saying I'm Team Mahomes, and I like red matches my eyes.
What they do in basketball?
Come
Run the
on.
play. Oh, red flag in football.
Y'all didn't hear me
And
say
they
that?
do this in basketball
I was
now.
like, I like Lamar and them, but I'm with the Chiefs.
Now we're going to
Right, is that- did I
rewind
didn't-
that. Nope, you didn't say that.
I
You
thought
said
that's
you
what
with the
I said.
Ravens.
Sometimes you had these headphones on, you don't know what you're
Didn't
saying.
she say something like she want to be a fan of the Ravens or something like that?
She was very, very, very heavily into the
Yes.
Ravens.
Very, very
No,
heavily.
I was saying I was like, they shouldn't win because they used to be our team technically. Remember,
No.
I was like, I'm going with the Chiefs. Chiefs gonna whoop on them. That's what I thought.
See, that don't make
That's
sense.
what I said,
You
but-
told on yourself right there. But the Chiefs, Ryan, are reigniting their dynasty.
Yep.
They are the new Patriots.
Yeah.
They're in it every year.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at side by side that 5-6 year stretch run. The numbers are really almost scary similar to that Patriots run. And the Chiefs, but they
Yes.
have more playoff wins. Granted, that's because Patriots had a bye every year. And obviously, this is the first year the Chiefs didn't. But the numbers are similar, if not greater, for the Chiefs. And I mean, if Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl this year, that's 3 in 8
Andy
years?
Reid.
It's insane. And Andy Reid is the best coach, if not the best coach in football right now.
See? And is he right up there with Belichick?
Absolutely.
And that's my point. They both had dynasties. And this Chiefs dynasty it's alive and well.
Yeah.
The Lions blew the game against the San
God.
Francisco 49ers.
I just knew all my Detroit
Everybody
players.
was kind of rooting for the Lions because their organization, like the
What?
Browns,
Yeah.
it's suffered many years, many moons. And for them to get there and be up 24-7,
What in the
they blew
world?
a 24-7 lead.
How do you do
And I was
that?
rooting for them. You had 8 Mile Eminem up there giving people the finger.
You gotta
This ain't
lose
my middle
yourself in
finger,
the-
but he was like with his middle finger at the San Francisco 49ers fans.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody knows pain like us, it's the Detroit Lions. They're pretty much us of the NFC. It sucks because, right, I think me and the majority of people outside of the Bay Area were rooting for the Lions to win and go
Yes.
play in the Super Bowl, and it sucks. And Dan Campbell admitted how hard it is to get back to that spot if they do get there next year. But I guess credit to the 49ers at the end of the day. They were the better team going into the game, and they played a really perfect second half. Brock Purdy played really, really
did.
well, and they came up with stops when they needed it. So I guess credit to them. And in all realistic, it probably makes for a better Super Bowl that the 49ers are in and not the Lions, but I could be totally wrong by saying
So
that.
we are all wrong on the conspiracy, the purple and red
Yes.
conspiracy.
I told y'all flat out I thought that was just some baloney. Remember?
Are you, Ryan?
Remember,
What is going
remember,
on?
Ryan, I was like,
man?
this guy's on the line acting like he's Einstein
What
with the
is
predictions
going
because of the
on?
colors of the logo and all that, you know?
Oh my goodness!
They don't remember. Look, we'll be right back. Y'all don't remember either. We'll be right back. I'm telling you, I thought all the Detroit players was gonna be at the Super Bowl, baby, in Las Vegas.
You thought that?
Yeah, the Gator boots, the Cartier glasses, the Coogee sweaters, the Stacey Adams. You already know. And I'm shocked because I have cousins in Detroit. So you know I was rooting for the Lions. I don't know how they blew that game like that, but I don't know
Since-
what
yeah.
black person in America does not have cousins in Detroit besides this guy right here.
I probably have some cousins. Why you gotta put?
Because
besides,
when we were having a
he
conversation,
was
I
like,
was,
you ain't got no family in Detroit. I'm like,
everybody
not
got
that I know of. I'm
can't
sure
believe-
there's someone out there married into the
Oh my
family or
gosh.
something.
Where y'all from?
Oh my
right?
gosh. Okay,
But
since we were talking about playoffs and the
the big game.
It's here.
Yeah. The big
The
game
Chiefs
is upon us.
against
The Niners.
the Niners, the San Francisco 49ers.
Right.
Maria, give me your prediction. Give me a team. Who will win?
The Chiefs, they
This
on
year.
fire right now. But I did start off our.
They're a
I
playoff
started
team,
the
Ryan.
football season the season talking about San Francisco. I heard they that team.
Okay, San Francisco. Ryan, what say you?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
said San Francisco. What?
I didn't say it all the way though, Ryan. What you say? I gotta hear what y'all say first.
yeah, I mean, it just seems silly at this point to continue betting against Patrick Mahomes. He's statistically the greatest underdog in sports. I believe he's like 12-1 against the spread, or excuse me, straight up as an underdog. And I fully expect them to beat the Chiefs, but I expect it to be close because both defenses are really good. And the Chiefs' defense is, I think, heavily underrated. I mean, the 49ers have the players, but the stats goes to the 49ers.
They're underrated.
Excuse me, the Chiefs.
They're underrated because the offense is good. Because Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey,
Yep.
they get a lot of and Pacheco.
Yes.
I mean, they're getting all the talk. They're all the talk is about them. Like you said, I agree. I'm gonna go against you, Maria.
Who you going with? You agree with
I
the
think
Chiefs?
it's silly at this point to go against Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
They are a playoff team. They didn't do good all this season. I mean, they were bottom of I won't say bottom of the barrel. They just were not playing up to the people's expectations of what a Super Bowl caliber team does during regular season. But they hung around and they did everything they needed to do to win playoff games and to make it back to another Super Bowl. I think they win. They play well in the postseason. They've been there. They've done that.
Now there's a really nice hotel in Vegas called the Aria, and I love to stay. I love to go out there. So if you want to let's just see. I want to see for myself who's gonna win in person. So let's just go out there to the Aria. They got these suites that I really enjoy. So if
So you want to
anybody,
spend some money, man.
yeah, you
No.
you can send me, Leland, and Breon out there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, come on, Big Daddy.
Let's take one more commercial
Sponsored by
break,
Big
man.
Play, right?
Look,
Right.
Let's take one more
We'll be
break.
right back. Fellas, I just want to know, would you be down for something like this? Ryan,
Hold on.
Ryan, I want you to roll
Hold
that
on.
big-
No.
What? Oh, don't. Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
Oh,
Well, you-
I got ahead of myself.
Yeah, you did. And it's not just because of the fellas.
What is it?
It's Valentine's Day is coming
It's
up.
coming up.
And Valentine's Day, Ryan, is usually all about the women. Why can't it be about us, Ryan?
It can be.
It can be.
Yeah.
Roll this video.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Is that Josh Cribbs? Yes. Am I giving him a facial? Yes, because he deserves it, but he did not like that pink headband, so I gave him something a little bit more appropriate. Now, all the products right here can be found for the most part at my favorite dermatologist's office, Apex Dermatology. I started off with the cleanser and that little scrubby thing was not working, so of course I did it the old-fashioned way and put it right on my hands and started scrub-a-dub-dubbing. Now for the warm towel, which I think he really liked this part when I got the massage, the cleanser off of his skin. Now we got to brighten up with those brightening pads, which I love. A perfect toner. As you can see, his complexion is really glowing. Now to the daily hydrating boost. Now look at this right here. You see that? Hydrated. Now that photo serum right there, okay. Correcting any of your trouble spots, your trouble areas, just put that right on top. Now, of course, you gotta moisturize. You can't cleanse and tone and everything else and not moisturize your skin because we don't want to be ashy. And I know what you're thinking. Black folks don't wear sunscreen. Yes, we do, and yes, we need to. Now, I followed up with another serum. Now, this one right here, you can't get at Apex, but you can find it somewhere else. And I gave him some eye patches because Josh actually works really hard, and he don't need to be having no puffiness under his eyes. Now, I didn't know if you noticed in the beginning, but those lips were chapped, so we went ahead and put some balm on them. And, of course, I had to hydrate his beard and give him a little brush. I think he was feeling himself, y'all, like, for real feeling himself.
Josh, why you do the slow motion looking up like that?
I was feeling myself. You was
Ryan
right
said
on
it
that.
looked good. He said it looked good.
Yeah,
Ryan,
I
you want
looked
one of those, Ryan?
Absolutely.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm telling you, men, they're getting into
It felt
self-care
good.
now.
It felt really good.
Yeah. And one thing I do like about, this is an Apex moment, so shout out to Apex, which I will say they have same-day appointments, which is unheard of as far as dermatology goes. Their products, they're high-end products. So if you go to the drugstore, it's not going to have the same effect because you're paying for majority water. It's just higher concentration when you go to an actual professional and get your product. So that's why you notice such a difference.
So is this going to be like a weekly or monthly thing for me?
If you take me to Vegas, I get you
See,
good.
Vegas.
I get you
took
every
it
day.
to the marble room, Ryan.
I had to fight with him to get me over there now.
Goodness
Now,
gracious.
I want to ask y'all, have y'all heard of any of these donut spots? Now, I put that video out there earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Brew Nuts. You heard of Brew Nuts, Ryan?
No.
Brew Nuts. I haven't heard. Is that in Lakewood, maybe? Okay, have you heard of Brew Nuts? Ducks. Okay, they put Jack Frost under my comments. That was a big one. They got a lot of likes. Royal Donuts. I haven't heard of Royal Donut. I got to try these spots. George's in Twinsburg. They got a lot of love. So we got to go out to George. You heard of them?
I live in Macedonia, so right by it.
Okay.
My
Have you
guy
had their donuts?
Steve-
Yeah, good.
My guy said Dave's on 33rd and Payne.
We going there.
Donut, croissants.
Let's do a donut tour.
Bussin'.
They bussin'. Spud
Hey,
Nuts.
dog.
Frag Pines in Bay Village or
Good
North
nut.
Olmsted. Mochi Nut in Westlake. Barona's. Now, Barona's, if you ever get a casada cake in the area, you have to go to Barona's to get your casada cake. But I didn't know they had good donuts.
Okay.
Archie's, Huff Bakery, Becker's in Fairview, Vegan Donut in Lakewood.
Oh, we got
Biagio's
so much to
in
think
East
about.
Lake. Donut Scene. Now, Donut Scene is 24 hours a day, but we got to go. This show is over, y'all. Is it over, Ryan? Oh, the
we
show is
gave
over. We
them
love you for
good.
watching. Look, we'll see you
Yes.
next time on The Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. See y'all.